And I'd like to welcome you all to the 31st Labor Day Classic press conference, of course, previewing the big shootout between Prairie View A&M and Texas Southern University. Now, as most of you may already know, the series, of course, the Labor Day Classic started in 1985. Back then, it was at the Astrodome, the spacious Astrodome, and in that game, TSU actually won a hard-fought 19-7 victory. This year, the game will be back here at BBVA Compass Stadium. Of course, it's only the second time that they will host the big shootout. Of course, that's very important. Now, I would like to take just a couple of minutes to introduce the guys you're going to hear from in just a few seconds. First of all, to my left, from the PV Panthers, we have first-year coach Willie Simmons and athletic director Ashley Robinson. On my right, from Texas Southern University, Dr. Charles McClellan, who is the Vice President of Athletics, and the Tigers head football coach, Darryl Asbury. We're happy to have them here today, and they're going to talk in just a few minutes. But before we get to them, before we move to their comments, we have a special announcement concerning Texas Southern football, something I'm sure all you guys are going to be very excited about. For that, I would like to call on Mr. David Pert, the General Manager at Root Sports.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Root Sports is proud to announce a partnership with Texas Southern University, and we will be broadcasting 5 of this season's games on Root Sports throughout the region. We're thrilled. TSU has been an important part of the community for decades, and for us to be able to provide live coverage of TSU football this year is a great privilege for us, and we are really looking forward to being able to bring those games to not only Houston, but the 5-state region that Root Sports Southwest covers. So we applaud Charles and his vision for partnering with Root Sports, and we're very excited to be able to bring those games, 5 of this season's games, to our fans and viewers on Root Sports this season. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. And of course, the first game in that package will be Saturday night when the Tigers from TSU take on the Panthers from Prairie View. That will be kicking off at 8 o'clock, so that should be a lot of fun. If you can't be at the game, tune in for the game, so it should be an exciting ball game. But before we move on a little bit, we know this series is all about tradition and rivalry and all of that stuff. But it's also about some change in some ways. And here to talk about that is the athletic director from Prairie View A&M, Mr. Ashley Robinson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's the 34th year, 31st year of the Labor Day Classic, and it's an honor to be a part of this event. I'd like to thank Texas Southern for this press conference, A.D. McCullough. I want to congratulate you on winning 6 championships and winning the City Hearing Award. Job well done. It's a great time to be a Panther. Media, I would like to invite you down to the hill, to the campus, and the construction of the athletic complex, the football stadium, the track and field stadium, the soccer complex, and coaches' availability. It's only about 45 minutes up the road, and you will be welcome with open arms. Coach Asbury, I heard we on the clock. I heard you finally got your team. A.D. McCullough guaranteed a win last year. Well, it's a new year. It's a new sheriff in town. By the name of Shotgun Willie Simmons. And he keep it loaded. It's going to be exciting. You said it right the first time, A.D. McCullough. It's going to be a lot of story. As I close, I would like to invite TSU fans to the game on Saturday. As you know, PV will do their part. We would love to see no signs of orange on Saturday. All out, all game, all season. Go Panthers.
Nothing like having the AD laying down the hammer early, just a couple of days before kickoff. Now, with some comments, and I'm sure they're going to be very good comments on this big game coming up, from Texas Southern, we turn to Dr. Charles McClellan, the Vice President for Athletics.
Thank you. First, to the media, thank you, and for everyone that's here. I don't want to gloss over the fact of the deal announcement with Root Sports. I think for the first time in the history of Texas Southern, that we will be on live television on the same station as the Dynamo, the Astros, and the Dash. You'll be able to tune in and watch Texas Southern in real time. That's huge, not only for our university, but for our football program. 5-state region, the region that we recruited, you will be able to not log on, but tune in and be able to watch your son play at this magnificent stadium. So that Root Sports announcement is extremely huge. A.D. Robinson, I didn't write my comment, but the first thing that I will tell you is that you do need a clock. Because the press conference started at 11:30. So the comments that Coach Asbury made is absolutely correct. You are on the clock because you're 30 minutes late. We will be more than happy for you to be 30 minutes late next Saturday. The game starts at 7:30, so make sure that you are on the clock. The game really starts at 8. We're going to tell you 7:30, so you'll be here on time. The game starts at 8. Coach Asbury didn't say anything other than we wanted to let you know that you were on the clock. That was again just to let you know that the game starts at 8 o'clock. It wasn't a shot to say we were going to beat you. It wasn't a guarantee as we made last year. It was simply us telling you that the game is going to be at 8 o'clock on Saturday, September 5th. Now, I will say this, and I will allow Coach Asbury to speak on his own terms. I know Coach Simmons is a high caliber quality coach. He had one of the most prolific offenses that any FCS program could have last year. I think he beat Prairie 76 to something last year, so I know that he can put points on the board. We are afraid. We are definitely afraid. As a matter of fact, we're so afraid we understand that we're underdogs. When we looked, coaches and SIDs, Ryan and Panthro and the band fan, all of you swag page posters, had us ranked 5 out of 5. As a matter of fact, in the 10-team league, they had us ranked 11. No joke. We have no pressure, Coach Pete. We're not nervous. All of the pressure is on Prairie. You have this high quality, and I mean that in all seriousness, football coach and Coach Simmons coming in. The eyes are upon Prairie. Prairie View is under the gun to win this ball game, not Texas Southern. But I tell you, we got a team now. We got a team. Last year, I had to kind of promote this thing like, we're going to guarantee it, and I don't have to do that this year. We got a team. We got the coaches, we got the team, we got the venue, and so everybody can witness. We got the television as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Butch, and I want to thank you. And I also want to congratulate Ashley. Well, Ashley won 2 championships. Ashley is one of the finest athletic directors that we have in our conference. He's taken a leadership role not only with the NCAA, but within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And I think that we are in very capable hands under Ashley's leadership. So I do want to give Ashley his kudos. But come Saturday, September 5th at 7:30, right? For Prairie, if everybody else is at 8 o'clock, we will get this thing on. Thank you.
Now we know what Dr. McClellan is going to be doing in his next occupation. He's going to be a politician because that guy can spin. He really can. I mentioned the tradition before and how the tradition and rivalry is so important to this series. But this season especially, there's also going to be change. And the biggest change so far is the new head coach at Prairie View A&M. As I said before, his name is Willie Simmons. Willie comes over from Alcorn State, where he had one of the top offenses in the nation. He scored a lot of points, they did a lot of good things, and now we're going to turn the mic over to Willie.
You all right, Mike? I'm supposed to be nervous on my side. Good afternoon. To Dr. Wright, Ms. Lovely White Valerie, to
Mr. Robinson and his wife Danielle were honored to be here this afternoon to represent Prairie View A&M University on this special occasion. We understand the importance of this football game, the importance of it on so many levels. First, it's a rivalry, and anyone who's ever competed in competitive sports understands how serious a rival is, and that's something that you dream about, day in, day out. That's something that fans and alums and students, go to bed with and wake up with every day. Prairie View hates Texas Southern on the football field and on the basketball court and any other athletic arena, and Texas Southern, I'm sure, hates Prairie View. We're a SWAC family. We understand the importance of that, but as far as the football rivalry, it's second to none. And I've been a part of some great rivalries as a player during my time at Clemson University, also as a coach, at Alcorn State against Jackson State, and then Middle Tennessee versus Western Kentucky. And so we understand the nature of this rivalry. It brings a little bit different significance because it is the first game of the season. And there is so much riding on it, being that it's also a divisional game. And so for us, we understand that we have to go to the game and be ready to play a hard-fought 60-minute football game. We're fully prepared to take on a well-coached football team, a balanced football team, a team that knows all of our secrets. Coach Asbury he's a very smart man, and he was smart enough to hire Coach Northern after he was relieved of his time from Prairie View to be his defensive coordinator. So of course, Coach Northern has given him the full scouting report on every single Prairie View player we have on our roster. He knows exactly what our guys like to do. He knows exactly what they don't do well. And so we have a tall task ahead of us. He's also been smart enough to hire one of my former players, Zerick Rollins, who I coached last year at Alcorn State. So I'm sure Zerick has told them everything about our offense. So the 77 points that we've scored and the high scoring offenses that we've had in the past, I'm pretty sure Zerick has lined it up to a T. So we'll have about 18 guys signaling on the sidelines. So I'm sure they'll be stealing signals and doing all kind of other things to have a competitive advantage. So, but it's good to see Zerick and good to see that he's doing well. And I'm thankful you, Mr. Asbury, for giving him a chance. He's a phenomenal young man, and he'll do a great job for you. But in all seriousness, this is a great opportunity for both institutions. I'm honored and privileged to be the new head coach of such a fine university as Prairie View, with such a rich history and tradition, winning multiple SWAC championships and 5 national black college championships. And it's a tall task for myself and my coaching staff to bring Prairie View back to where it was in the past, the good past. Like I said, winning a bunch of championships. And so this is the first step. We're looking forward to it. We're excited about it. We are on the clock. We're all on the clock. And of course, at 8 o'clock, the clock will have a read 15 minutes on it, and the game will start. So we understand that it's a big day. Our players are very excited about it. They can't stop talking about it. Our fans can't stop talking about it. Like Mr. Robinson said, we expect a packed house. And of course, this stadium is filled with orange, but we love to see a sea of purple and gold represent Prairie View A&M University in our inaugural season as head coach. And we're excited. We're elated to be here today. And sorry about the tardiness. I'll take full responsibility. Coach Asbury was smart enough to bump his conference call up. I saw that, and I was scheduled at 11:15 on mine. So I forgot all about that. I appreciate you giving me a heads up too, so I take blame on that one, but rest assured, we will show up at 8 o'clock on Saturday, September 5th, with guns blazing, ready to go. Go Parents.
Prairie View head coach Willie Simmons.
Coach Simmons, you probably opened the door you didn't want to open there, because you probably get a wake-up call now at 6:30 in the morning on Saturday. On the other side, we will turn to Coach Darryl Asbury now, who's entering his 4th season, of course, with the Tigers. So far, he's 2-1 against the Panthers. As Coach Simmons mentioned, there's also been change on the other side also. The guy that used to be the PV head coach, now the defensive coordinator at Texas Southern. Coach Asbury also hired a new offensive coordinator. He's John Shannon, a guy who used to coach him back in his playing days at Jackson State. So to take us through all of these changes and a lot more, I'd like to call on head coach Darryl Asbury of the TSU Tigers.
see. Good afternoon. To my athletic director again, great greetings, Texas Southern University. You know, it's been a long time coming to finally get back in our stadium for my fourth year here at Texas Southern with, yes, you are right, Asbury is my team. So it took me 4 years, but we got APR cleaned up and everything. Might get paid for that. Yeah. But again, on a serious note, on the press conference today, you know, we talked about this football game. Again, I take my hats off to Coach. He did a phenomenal job at Alcorn State University. I watched him work the whole season. One thing about him, he was very detailed. And that's what it takes to be a young head coach in the profession, being detailed and understanding the players and having a vision. So my hat's off to you, Coach, for getting the job at Prairie. It is a big ride. I don't know if the athletic director told you everything about this ride, but mine did, and my alumni also told me the tradition of this ride. It goes way back before you and I were even thought about it. So it's a lot riding on this. Don't let them fool you and tell you everything will be all right. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on this. But on a good note, we did make some changes on our staff. I went back to a man that taught me a lot of football. Taught me some football that I thought it goes way back. It's my playing days. Coach John Shannon, he's my offensive coordinator. For me, you know, when Jerry Jones and I sat here and talked about stepping back from college playing, I said, well, if I'm gonna step back, I'm gonna go find somebody that I feel real confident in and 100% confident in where I can really step back. And for me to be in the press box, Mr. Robinson, at every practice, watching my team work, it feels real good. Then you were right. We did go beat Coach Norton. It was a hard pitch, but once again, Coach Norton is a great young man, a fine defensive coordinator, FCS defensive coordinator of the year. I mean, you can't go wrong when you find a young man like that. And like I told Coach, you know, you don't have to relocate, Coach. You just come on down here with us, and we really appreciate him coming. And no disrespect, but we appreciate whatever happened, we got him now. And I know Coach Norton wouldn't mind me saying that, so that's why I said that. And yes, Coach Zeke did, he told everything, Coach. I'll tell you that.
He didn't know everything he was doing.
But I tell you guys, it's going to be a great game, a great season. This rivalry goes way back. We're expecting a high. It's never been a blowout. It's always a 60-minute game. We look forward to the fans, the alumni, and both teams coming out. It's going to be a very physical. Some people don't like this word, but a very violent football game. The biggest thing is the team that doesn't turn the ball over, the most disciplined football team, that's going to be the team that wins the game. And the team that makes the big plays at the right time. So we're excited about our football team. We're headed in the right direction. We have some great players. You know, it's just been a challenge getting to this point, but now someone told the coach, you have to bounce back in the step. You know, I'm walking back on my toes now, actually. So I feel very confident in this football team. I feel confident in the leadership, the direction that the athletic director is taking us and the president. And we just look for an exciting season, exciting game. Thank you.
Okay, we are just about done with our program for today, but we have one more note. Texas Southern Sports Information Director Andrew Roberts, you have a special announcement? Let's take it for Andrew Roberts.
Just a stat guy, Bush, don't feel bad. Real quick, we're actually going to deviate from the program just a tad bit, and I'm going to bring up to the podium Dr. Kenyatta Seville. He has a very special announcement for you.
Now
now I get to see how it feels to be in front of everybody in regards to this game. I see the pressure now and the excitement that goes on here. I am Dr. Kenyatta Bill, Associate Professor of Sport Management Program at Texas Southern University, for those that do not know me. I'm also the Executive Director of the Heritage Group Sport Business Academy. I would be remiss if I did not first thank Dr. Charles McCullough, Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics at Texas Southern University, for this opportunity to share this exciting news. It's not very often when you get a chance to start something new, and this is an opportunity to start something new in regards to the great pride in the state of Texas we have for our football programs and sports in general. I would also like to acknowledge two of my board advisors that are here, Charles Bishop, as well as Raymond Holly, in regards to the work they've done to make sure that this comes to fruition. Now on to the business of why I'm here. I'm here to announce the inaugural Ben L. Cowboy Big Ben HBCU Football Award 2015 watch list announcement. There are 11 young men on this inaugural watch list representing 6 different HBCUs, 2 historic conferences governing HBCU athletic program, and 1 independent athletic HBCU program. The Ben L. Cowboy Big Ben HBCU Football Award, announced in 2015 by the THGSBA, Inc., will recognize the HBCU Football Player of the Year that also exhibits the enduring characteristics that define Ben L. Cowboy Sr., better known as Big Ben, the galloping fullback. We have 5 on the watch list that will be represented in the 2015 Labor Day Classic, played right here this Saturday, September 5th at 8 o'clock. I did get the time right here in BBVA Compass Stadium. They are as follows: Mir Bloom, defensive end, redshirt senior, Texas Southern University, member of the SWAT conference, as you know. Courtney Brown, running back, redshirt senior, Prairie View A&M University SWAT. Corey Carter, kicker, punter, senior, Texas Southern University SWAT. Jonte Abear, all-purpose running back, senior, Prairie View A&M University SWAT. Devon Reed, defensive line, a redshirt sophomore, Prairie View A&M University SWAT. As you know, the Texas Southern University players have had scouts on campus, so this is an opportunity to let you know that these players may also play on Sunday. You just saw what happened at Prairie View A&M University with the quarterback being picked up, and obviously our great defensive back at Texas Southern University being drafted, the only HBCU drafted this year. You can find the entire list of the 11 candidates at the back of the room. The inaugural Ben L. Cowboy Sr. Big Ben HBCU Football Award banquet is set for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015 at the Crown Plaza Hotel, NRG, right here in Houston, Texas. For more information, you can go to the website www.thg-agency.com, Big Ben Award, or you can email me at kcavill@thg-agency.com. Again, I'm very excited to have this opportunity to present this award. Look for a fantastic season with people being added to the watch list. At the end of the season, again, I want to say thank you. Let's have a great game this weekend.
Before we wrap up, we actually just had a very special individual that we're going to ask to come to the podium to make some quick comments. If you could please help me welcome President of the Houston Dynamo, Mr. Chris Canetti.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to BBVA Compass Stadium. I can't tell you how excited we are to get the 4th season of TSU football underway here at our still beautiful facility. It was just over 3 years ago when the stadium opened, and it's performed brilliantly over the 3+ years of Dynamo soccer, Dash soccer, and TSU football being the 3 primary tenants here at the stadium. And we've also been able to bring other great events such as the Ed Sheeran concert, which will play here Thursday night, and then Argentina will play a football game here, a soccer game here on Friday. So we're capping it off with the big football game here on Saturday night, 8 p.m. with TSU and Prairie View. And what a way to cap off an incredible week at what's becoming a world-class facility. So we're so happy to be partnered with TSU and to have him as a primary tenant here in our venue. And we look forward to helping grow the program. And I know Charles has a wonderful vision that he shared with us over the years, and it's been impressive to see the step-by-step progress that's been made, and we know there's a great future ahead and a great future for us together. So appreciate you asking me to come up and say a few remarks. I wasn't prepared, so speaking a little bit off the cuff here, but I can't wait to be here Saturday night and see the game, and I look forward to a wonderful season together. Thank you very much.
Just a few quick announcements. We'd obviously like to recognize the staff here at BBVA Stadium that do such an outstanding job of helping us put on these events. I would like to introduce VP of Operations, Mr. Paul Byrne. Senior Director of Media Relations and Marketing, Ms. Gina Rotolo. He's not here, but Brock Jezel and his department are responsible for all of these graphics. They also oversee the sports network's production of the games that go on TV, so we can give him a round of applause. Just a few more quick announcements. These are also in your programs if you would also make note of that. But this upcoming Wednesday at noon, the Touchdown Club of Houston will host the Texas Southern versus the PB Luncheon. That'll take place at noon at the Power Center. That address is 12480 South Post Oak in Maine. Tickets are $25, $500 for tables. You can go online and find more information at HOUTDclub@att.net or also by calling 713-849-9860. Obviously, the game, Prairie A&M versus Texas Southern Labor Day Classic this Saturday, 8 p.m. at BBVA Compass Stadium. And then on Friday, it'll be a quick turnaround. The Tigers will host Macomb College for their second home game of this season. Kickoff for that matchup is set for 7 p.m. Before I sit down, I want to thank Butch Alcindor for doing an outstanding job emceeing this event. As I know, y'all can catch Butch and as play-by-play announcer for the Sports Network for the games that broadcast on Root Sports, and we'll also be introducing a new color commentator who'll be joining Butch in the booth. That will be former Houston Oilers John Henry Mills. Once again, thank everyone so much, and I'll turn it back over to Butch to close it.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. That about does it for our program. We'd like to thank you again for being so patient today. And if you had any idea what this series is about, you got just a glimpse of it today, because this press conference, if the game in any way lives up to this press conference, we'll be in good shape. Of course, all the coaches and the athletic directors will be available for one-on-one interviews if you want to do that. But until then, we hope to see you at the Labor Day Classic on Saturday. Good day.
KTSU coverage of the Labor Day Classic live from the press conference of the Labor Day Classic live from the Labor Day Stadium. Once again, don't forget, this Saturday, Texas Southern takes on Prairie. Pregame to begin at 7 o'clock.